I'm ready whenever
All right,
you are.
okay. Well, yeah, once again for the great minds of nine. Talking about it's 4th&10. Got the homie Amos with me. You go by Amos? What do you go by? Excuse me.
GHS, hold the line. Black Kings crown up, showing power and heart. Roller X, Quay Week, they been playing they part. We all different colors, but that filled our home. Every weekend therapy, we ain't alone. This the love that only know. We argue, we fight, but that's how we grow. Stress gone once that whistle sound. Ain't no better peace than this playground. We under one flag, same city, same blood. We might clash, but it's always love. Ain't no hate, just pride in the game. From uptown to the east, they know the name. We under one flag, brothers on the field. That bond too real, can't fake what we feel. We play hard, and pull up after. One flag, one fam, that's what matters.
Yeah, I'm by Amos. Amos is fine. Everybody out here in VA know me as Amos.
Okay, okay. Where you from? What's your hood? What's your squad? What you repping?
Man, Staten Island, New York, man. Staten Island, New York is the hometown. By way of Augusta, Georgia, and now the hometown now 757. Man, VA's been doing me well. I'm a big Bears fan when it comes to football. When it comes to the baseball and basketball, I ride with the hometown New York Yankees and the New York Knicks, man. So I'll be 48 next month, and I'm still running around out here, man, playing flag football by the grace of God. And, just trying to take care of myself out here, man. And, each one teach one, man.
I like that. I like that. I'm loving this energy, dog. Real talk, man. What sports you played growing up?
Oh, man, I played all three major sports. I played basketball, football, baseball, but I grew up on baseball. My dad was a minor league player. He got drafted by the Montreal Expos, for those that, are within my age bracket that remember the Expos. But it was just unfortunate that, my mom was pregnant with me. And, back in the 70s, 77 to be exact, just wasn't the right time for him to lead a family. So, he stood home. And then I turned into boxing next, little by little. If you're a big boxing fan in the 80s, early 80s, Sugar Ray, Duran, Hagler, Tommy Hearns, all of those great names. But then I got tapped into football because my dad was a big Cowboys fan back in the days, from Herschel Walker, Tony Dorsett, University of Pitt, Georgia. So football was really big at a young age, man. But I didn't have the resources and the means to play organized football. So I just played in the school, things of that nature, and just watch, man. I studied. I'm a big film junkie, man.
Okay, okay. Any college or semi after high school?
No sir, no
Okay,
sir. So I went
okay.
to Tottenville High School, Staten Island, New York. It's a prominent high school as far as football in the PSAL, Public School Athletic League in New York City. A few recent championships. I've been fortunate enough to actually play on the same team as two former NFL players that we played high school ball together at Tottenville. Number one is Joseph Andruzzi, who played offensive line for actually one of was the best quarterback in the league ever to play in Tom Brady. Won a Super Bowl with Brady,
Okay,
starting guard, and then also played with Brett Favre in Green Bay. Google the name, Joseph Andruzzi. And then
okay.
I played with who's more in my age bracket. We actually was at high school practices together in camp. Adewale Ogunley, who
Mm,
played for the Bears, the Dolphins, and the Texans on his last season. So
okay.
football's kind of been my thing, man. It's been something that I embrace, keep me out of trouble, and I'm all right at it, man. I'm pretty good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Who put you on the flag? Who brought you out?
Well, I didn't get flag football until I moved to Virginia. So that was in 2011. The
Okay,
first time I ever played flag because back home in New York, we played touch tackle, two-hand touch, but it's, really rough and aggressive.
okay.
So I found flag, rest in peace, Kevin Custis, man, OG out here in the 757. I actually was working with one of his homeboys, and, we was just talking about sports and told him I happened to play. And the guy was like, oh, really? We got a flag football league out here. And I'm like, oh, all right. Point me in the right direction. He introduced me to Kevin Custis, and he brought me to the Peninsula Flag Football League, man, also known as the PFFL.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll get into the 10 questions. What's your favorite format?
Oh man, I lie. That's a good question. It's a tie between 5-man contact and 8-man contact.
Okay.
Love 5-man contact, man. Is fast and furious. And, you know, I'm a smaller guy, so it kind of works to my advantage. And, you know, you can scheme really, really well. You know, as long as you got some athletes, some dogs with you, 5-man contact is where it's at, man. But to get you closer to regular football without pads in the flag, you know, obviously it's 9-man, but I haven't played 9-man. But that 8 contact, man, is something different. I love it.
Okay. En route to the field, who or what are you listening to? Is it silence? Do you have a pregame routine?
I do have a pregame routine, you know, due to the age and, you know, previous injuries. And I wake up super early. I get a whole bunch of watermelon. So the night before, I get a whole bunch of watermelon. I get, you know, some spring water, and I just bust that down. What I do is I get some mason jars, and I pour you know, I cut up the watermelon in cubes, but I use the brine as well. Most people throw away the brine. The brine actually has a lot of good nutrients in it. So I'll fill that up with the brine, the actual watermelon, and I'll take another mason jar and I'll fill it up with a whole bunch of berries, strawberry, blackberry, you know, just a whole bunch of berries, you know, even kiwi, things like that. And I'll fill it up with water, shake it up overnight. I'll let it sit. By the time the morning has come, all of the nutrients have done blessed that spring water. So I've been doing that for a while, man. And then I also got a thing from, you know, just for the body itself, the external and the aches, you know, Tiger Balm and ice before the game, man. I definitely get that going. And then when I'm en route to the game, man, I got nothing but 90s music going on. You know, 90s era. I'm a 90s baby. That was my time. So it's a lot of Wu-Tang. You know, that's the hometown. A lot of Mobb Deep, Nas, you know, Old School J, Big L, Big Daddy Kane. A lot of that, man, just to get me tapped in with that youth. I want to feel youthful, you know, when I get out there.
I like that. Okay. Have you always played quarterback?
I have actually. Well, that's a good question. So I've always had an arm, and my speed was probably the biggest thing. So when I played JV, you know, I felt that I had the better arm, the better skilled quarterback, but my height was always a disadvantage. I was always short. So they always used to put me at flanker, you know, slot receiver, or, you know, running back. Running back was fun. I loved it. It was just, you know, I wasn't a priority on the depth chart. You know, flanker, slot receiver was probably, you know, where I really started. But when we played in the hood, you know, we played against other teams in the hood, and these are kids that we all grew up and played in high school against each other. I played quarterback, so I always felt confident and comfortable, you know, in that position. So, you know, I got the tryout, you know, at JV. I didn't get the number one spot. So at that point, I was just like, you know, I'm kind of good with high school football. I left high school football sophomore and just picked up basketball and ran with it. Okay. So yeah, but for the most part, when I played pass, it was flanker, man, wide receiver.
Okay. So when you play, so how long are you playing quarterback with flag though?
Oh, I've been playing flag ever since. As soon as I started flag, I've been playing quarterback. Okay. You know, I mean, like I said, I played basketball as well, class of '95 PSAL. That's Ron Artest, Stephon, Felipe Lopez, Shamgar Wells, you know, big names. I played against these guys. So I have a point guard instinct. So quarterback was just a more natural fit for me. I'm a facilitator. You know, I see things prior to. You know, I mean, you know, little things, you know, like when you and I played against each other, you know, at that state. You know, I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not your prototypical quarterback. Yeah. But it's effective, the offense that I run. You know, I run it based upon just putting people in open spots, getting playmakers the ball, you know, and not overdoing it. You know what I mean? I play systematic football, and it's worked well for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Who's the best wide receiver you've played with and DB you've played against?
Oh, man. And pardon me, because that's going to be biased probably, you know, because I'm big in the 757, but there's some dogs in the 804. I probably know a lot of dogs from Harrisonburg and Northern VA, but probably by face. So please excuse me, you know, y'all gentlemen, man, if I didn't mention you, I'm sure y'all got a lot of dogs in that league. I just know a lot of y'all by face. But the best wide receiver I played with, that's a tough one, man. Damn, man, you're gonna have my phone ringing after people hear this shit. I'm gonna give you two, man. I'm gonna go with old school, and then I'm gonna go with new school. Okay. I'll give you the new school first. That is JB, wide receiver from the Thoroughbreds. So if y'all are in the DMV FL, I believe, in Northern Virginia, we played for the Thoroughbreds. young receiver, man, a boy about 6'4", you know, a solid 225, and he's lights out. You know what I'm saying? Like you put the ball anywhere by him, he's going to get it, man. You know, and he's super physical. He also rushes as well, but dog receiver. And I haven't played on the same team as him, but I've played against him. And the route running and the hands and the IQ just all combined still to this day is Kashif Charity, man. Like, I mean, I got to put the GOAT on the map, man. That guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we've seen him do a lot of things, and now he's transitioning to quarterback, so it's fun watching him. But, yeah, those are my two, you know, best receivers I played with and against, and the best DB. Damn, that's a tough one, man. I'll give you two, man. Young and old school. I'll give you my young boy J-Rod, who's also on the thoroughbreds, you know, undersized, but his heart is bigger than, you know, the biggest lineman that's out there. The kid is hard, his IQ, and he's tough, man. Tough as nails. So I'm going to go with J-Rod from the thoroughbreds. And then I got to go with, I got to go with Sean Garris, man. I got to give Richmond some more love. Sean Garris, I mean, he's probably you could put Sean at both, you know, receiver and DB.
Mm-hmm.
But DB, kid, man, got a knack for the ball. Great flag puller. And he's underestimated as far as his aggression level because he's a slim cat. You know what I mean? About 195, you know. And cats kind of, you know, they might underestimate him as far as his toughness or you know, aggressiveness. That kid's a dog, man. Smooth with it, man. Smooth with it.
Okay. What's your favorite route to throw when you need to settle in early?
Oh man, favorite route to throw is slant route, man. Slant route. Slant route is the easier thing for me to do because I'm short. So, you know, I'm really close to the line. When people watch me play, they're like, damn, he's so close. I'm about 5 or 7 yards. Most quarterbacks are 10 to 12.
Yeah.
I like to be close because it gives me that added advantage, you know, to take off early. And then it also helps me keep the offensive lineman engaged as well. Quick slips, pitches, but slant, man, it's always that window, and it makes for the perfect pass. My second favorite, I would say, matter of fact, I can't even say slant. Pardon me. Corner route. That's my best. That's the best ball I throw and the best route to throw, man, because it's not about getting mustard on the ball. It's all about the accuracy and the touch. It's an anticipatory throw. It's one of my favorites and the favorite route I like to throw, corner.
I like that. How do you bounce back after throwing the pick?
Man, that's a good question, man, because, you know, every quarterback, you know, doesn't anticipate on throwing picks. You know, some do, but most don't. You know, they looking about completing touchdowns, being efficient, being effective. You know, you gotta brush it off, man. You know, me personally, I like to keep myself in my own zone. So want to see me on the sideline, I'll be all the way at the other end of the sideline, not even, you know, with the team. And you know, that's just something that I do. I kind of put myself in the corner, you know, revision the play, what I seen and what I shouldn't have done and what I could have done. So, you know, I just kind of put myself in timeout, man, and kind of replay everything on its own. And then once I finish that, I try to make it quick. You know, next play, man. That's it. You gotta get through it.
I like that. What hurts more, getting your flag pulled on the 1 yard line, throwing a bad decision pick, or fumbling the 4th down snap?
I'm gonna say a bad decision pick, man, because especially depending upon where you at in the field and the time of the game, you know, you can give that other team momentum. And if you're up, you know, and you throw a pick, again, momentum, you know, can definitely change the tides rather quickly, man. So throwing that pick, turning the ball over is the biggest for me, you know, because I always looked at it and I always say any given Sunday, any team could win and or lose, but it's the first team that makes that mistake and the first team that capitalizes off that mistake that's highly likely going to win that game.
I like that. All right, what feels better, a blowout win, a comeback win, or an ugly dogfight dub?
Ooh, comeback win, man. Comeback win. Comeback wins are for me the pride and joy, man, because it shows that you have that fight in you. You got that dog in you. You ain't laying over. You ain't rolling over. You ain't going to take this L lightly. You know, you're still in the game. And then at the end of the day, you know, especially if you're playing a really good team and you come back and win, man, that's ultimate respect. That's what we play for. I don't play for nobody's validation because I know I can play. I'm 48, about to be, and still out here running around with 24 and 30-year-olds that work out every day. I'm off the couch with this shit. You know what I mean? I'll get out there after smoking a damn Newport 100, you know what I mean, and still be effective. So, yeah, man, it's that comeback victory, man. It's that dog. You play for the respect. I don't play for validation. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. You prefer league ball every week or weekend tournaments with everything on the line?
Yeah, man, that's a good question too, man. You see, I'm fairly new. I haven't been fortunate like, a lot of guys that's been in the league, even at my age, to travel a lot with it because I'm still fairly new. And got put onto the travel circuit a lot later than most. But I would have to say traveling is where it's at, man, because you get to see different people, different players, different schemes. Even down to the different uniforms is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got a team on the other end and everybody's collectively matching and the gear is looking. I mean, that's dope, man. That's what football is about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that for me, that's it right there. Like that's a no-brainer for me.
I like that. I like that. Your best and worst tournaments. Let me hear them.
States. I have not yet been able to get over the freaking hump in states, bro. 2 years before, we suited up against y'all. We had an underdog team. We always have an underdog team. I play with a few white guys, and a lot of guys tend to look at them and sleep on them. But as people see, they're very efficient, very high IQ, high character players, and the shit works, But states, man, I haven't been able to get over that hump, man. We lost a last-minute game on an illegal play to the Chiefs, and they had about half of their roster was the A team, and they were helping out, somebody, Kasif was helping out a friend or whatever that, needed that boost or whatever. So that was probably one of the toughest losses because I knew in my heart that once that game won and game was over and we won, we had one more game to go. We was on a mission, man, and that shit hurt. And then, that season we played y'all, you know what I'm saying? We got the win, but we was going to see y'all again because we lost a tough one by, again, 3 blown calls on one play. Like a shielding, a block in the end zone, and a dive. All that are illegal in flag football. And it's on tape. And enough respect to the team who won because the team that we lost to at the last play of the game eventually won the championship. Did that make me feel any better? No, but it put a little balance to it because I felt that I had that same feeling that if we would have won that game, there wouldn't have been no stopping us. So states is probably the biggest one for me, man. Now, I got to get over that goddamn hump. I need one of them state rings.
I like that.
I do, man.
All right, your favorite pair of cleats and jersey. You have them? You know them?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, man. My Vapor ones, man. My Vapor ones, the regular ones, though, not the new joints that you slip on, the ones that you got to tie up. I got a picture of them. I wish I was on camera because I got them in the trunk. And then any marksman jersey that I have, I've been blessed, man. My guy Keith Curry and my dog Iansu Black, man. Putting us together out there, keeping the 804 and the 757 fresh, man. As far as the the uniform. So any marksman jersey I got is probably my favorite. But I would probably say the last states that I played, the one that has the reversible green and white with the army silhouette on it, the Call of Duty. That joint was kind of hard. Black went crazy on that one. But I did mean to talk to him because I seen Run It Up had the same kind of aesthetics there, Black. But it's all good. It's all love. But yeah, man, that's it, man. Yeah. All Nike, all day. We do Nike. Second, I go Adidas.
Okay. I'm here. All right, well, 4th and goal, 10-yard line. What you calling? Who's your number one look?
Man, listen, we going to flood. As soon as I get the snap, we rolling right. My center's rolling right. I got a backside drag, and then I probably got a running back in the backside with me, and we running the options. So we got options: quarterback run, option pitch, short level. You know what I mean? Dump to the center, back of the end zone drag. That's what we going with. Works damn near all the time, baby.
Okay. How long did it take for you to realize that was the play that had everything you needed?
It took a minute. It took a minute because you don't want to force it, right? But you got to make the defense play to our strengths, right? I'm not worried about truly what they're in. I don't give a damn, right? It's a situation, Mel. It's 4th and 1. You know what the fuck is coming. You got to stop it. That's just it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to overthink it. We're going to go in the huddle. We're going to call a play. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to align the routes. Boom, boom, boom. My best receiver. My center know what time it is. My running back know what time it is. My tackles know what time it is. They know the seal. Or if the outside rusher is far too outside to immediately engage, then you know you got to run and sprint and get to him. Because I can make a miss. As long as you engage, I can make somebody miss. If not, I got options. I got the pitch back for the option. Because remember now, non-contact, I can pitch it back. He can still throw it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And then that first level with the center, boom, dragging across right after the snap. That's my first level. Then I got the back level. But you got to keep in mind, once I get the snap and roll, the whole defense is shifting. That backside drag, probably nobody's going to see him. The only person that might see him is the safety. And by that time, that receiver is running full speed, bro. And that safety is hard to pick up that momentum and catch up with him. Or if that safety dragging with me, that backside drag can find a pocket, stop. I'm stopping. I'm pulling up. I know I'm going to him. He's wide open.
I like that. Well, before I let you go, you get more respect on the basketball court or the football field?
I get more respect for the football in Virginia, but I get more respect for the basketball in the Mecca back home.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I do for real. Like, I'm a hooper, bro. Like, I'm a point guard. I'm your favorite point guard. I run the show. I'm vocal. I'm tough. And I shoot with both hands.
Oh.
And I'll probably be the littlest guy you ever seen that has a post-up game. And I stamp that. I stamp it.
I like that, man. I will be seeing you in States, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Looking forward to it, man. I appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was 4th and 10, man. I appreciate your time, though, man.
Hey,
man. How many states will this be for you?
This will be, damn, that's a good question. I think this may be like my 5th or 6th. Okay. Yeah, probably it's been more than 5. Okay. It's been more than 5. I made it to 3 semifinals. I have not yet made it to the damn championship game. You know what I'm saying? 2 of them was just really unfortunate, which I always get on Kashif. Because in 2022, we was in the semifinal game with them. And, again,